Hey crypto fans, my name is Garrett and welcome to Altcoin Radar. Today guys, I'm going to give you my opinion on whether it's better to day trade or just hold on to your cryptocurrency for the long term. And as always guys, if you're new to the channel and you enjoy the content that I create, then go ahead and make sure to subscribe to the channel and go ahead and give this video a thumbs up because it helps me out and why not, right? And also guys, feel free to follow me on Twitter here as well. You can find the link to it in the description below the video. I like to talk about altcoins and day trading and all sorts of things crypto related on a daily basis. So if you guys are into that sort of thing, go ahead and give me a follow. All right, guys. So for those of you who are new to my channel, new to these videos that I make, I'm a long-term altcoin holder. I've been holding onto various coins for about 5 years now. I don't plan to, sell, but I do have a short-term bag that I like to day trade with for fun here and there. So, I do know some things about day trading here and there, and I do have my own set strategy that I've been using since like 2017. So, and it works great for me. So. But today, guys, we are going to talk about whether or not it's better to day trade or hold on to your cryptocurrency, okay? And now, here's the thing, all right? Now, a lot of you are probably don't really have much experience in the crypto market, and you're probably coming to this video because you want to try to figure out whether you should day trade or hold on to your cryptocurrency or what's better or where you could make the most money from, So I'm going to do my best shot at giving you an answer to that today. Now, here's the thing. The biggest thing that I can tell you guys is you definitely need to formulate a plan or some sort of strategy whatsoever, okay? Now, there's really two ways that you can go about doing this, all right? So obviously, I'm not going to be showing you very much on my, actual computer screen at all. I'm pretty much going to be just talking throughout this video, okay? So you really need a plan here, you guys. That's the very first thing you need to do. You really need to sit down and figure out what your overall long-term goals are going to be for crypto. Okay. Now there's really two ways you can go about doing this. Obviously, you guys, there's either day trading or investing and holding for the long term and not thinking about it for, the long term and accumulating on the lows and just adding to your long-term bags. Now, people like me who have the funds who are able to do this on a regular basis, I do both. I mean, I have a bag, like I said, guys, I have a bag for day trading and I have tons of quite a few positions for long-term holds as well. And usually what I do is I make a certain amount through day trading and then I put that extra profit into my long-term holds and it works out great for me. But here we go, guys. All right, so the first thing you need to do, you need to formulate a plan. Do you want to hold on for the long term or do you want to day trade, okay? And now this is very important, and the reason why is because you don't want to go off of your plan, okay? That is where you start to screw up. That's where you start to make bad decisions. That's where you start to trade with, start to make trades based on emotion rather than anything factual, and you just start to make overall bad decisions, and nobody wants to make bad decisions, right? So, all right, guys. So first one we're going to talk about is day trading, okay? Now, day trading is great because, I mean, obviously, you're going to make some pretty big profits in the long term. Now, if you create a day trading plan or a day trading strategy where pretty much what you do is you create a strategy and think about how much you want to make per day, how much you want to make per week, and how much you want to make per month. And then you really want to make sure that you're setting goals for yourself so that you know exactly what you're doing at the beginning of the week, and you know exactly how much you need to be making on a daily basis in order to stick to your overall plan. Just for an example here, you guys, I know that everybody's plan is different, but for an example of this, would be, let's say your goal is to make 30% profits in 1 month, okay? So 30%, divide that by 30 days. Obviously, you want to make sure to, if you're trading 7 days a week, most people don't. I personally don't. I don't have time for it. But if you're trading, hey, if you've got the balls to do it and you want to trade for 30 days, for 30 days straight, go right ahead, but you're going to get burnt out. Anyway, for the sake of the example, you guys, here we go. All right, so you want to aim, obviously, you guys, if you're at 30% for the month, you want to make sure that you're getting at least 1% every single day, okay? So you need to make sure that that is your plan. You want to make sure that you're getting at least 1% a day. Now, you also want a fallback number as well. So obviously, if you don't hit that 30 target, you want to make sure that you hit maybe a secondary target. So maybe you want 30 on the high end, absolute best case scenario, 20% or 20% per month on the low end of things, and just make sure you stick to those goals and make sure you're trading based on the fact that you are going to meet those goals, okay? That's how you stick to your plan. That's how you make money in the long term, is by sticking to those goals and not going off of your plan. Because if you go off those plans, you guys, I mean, think about it. You could start trading based on emotion, and everything could just go haywire, and then you're just not making any money. And that I've seen that happen to more people than I can really count on my fingers, to be honest with you, because they let their emotions take over the best of them, and they just start to not make money anymore. All right, guys, so the biggest benefit of day trading is the fact that you can make a lot of profits in the long term, okay? I would have to say the negatives of day trading is obviously the fact that it is much more risky, okay? Now, obviously, if you don't want to lose your money, or you're scared of losing your money, or you don't have much confidence in doing what you're doing, then, obviously you don't want to be day trading, because you don't want to take that kind of risk, okay? Now, I'm going to go through and give you some examples of potential, how much you could potentially make with profit from both day trading and holding, but I'll do that later on in the video. So, all right, guys, so that's the benefits and the negatives of day trading, all right? Now, the benefits of holding, okay, if you're just buying and holding your cryptocurrency, obviously, is there's a lot less risk involved, okay? I mean, really, there's really no simpler thing to it. You buy in and you just leave it. You buy it, you hold it, and you just leave it for forever, okay? Whether that's 3 years, 5 years, 7 years, whatever. You're just buying and holding for the long term. When you have more capital, you just buy more and add on to your previous amount and add on to your overall principal. It's really that simple. You just buy and hold for the long term. Obviously, there's a lot less risk involved, but the negative to holding for the long term is, it's really not worth it unless you have a lot to invest, and you're not going to make as much as you would with day trading, okay? Now, when I say that, what I mean here, you guys, is it's really not worth it unless you have a lot to invest with. I mean, obviously, you don't want to buy Bitcoin with $100 and hold it for the long term. I mean, you're really not going to make much of a solid return on your investment from doing that. I mean, you can with obviously the various shit coins out there, but it's really hard to tell which one is going to go up and which one is not, obviously. But if you're able to start with like $10,000 and put it into a coin and hold on to it for the long term, I mean, hey, more power to you. That's where you're going to start probably making some, okay to decent profit in the long term. I actually have a ton of videos in one of my playlists called long-term crypto price predictions, where I basically show you the different price ranges for various coins if you were to hold on to them for the long term, which is what I normally do. So if you want to check some of those out, go right ahead. But other than that, you guys, I mean, honestly, the only negatives to really holding on to your cryptocurrency is the fact that it's really not worth it unless you have a lot to invest with. So this is overall going to, it all has to do with what you want your overall goals to be and what you want your plan to be, okay? Whichever one you decide to do, day trading or holding, you need to pick it and you need to stick to it for the long term. Now, this video has nothing to do with me showing you how to do that. I'm not going to show you how to day trade. That's not what this video is about. I do have other videos that do show you how to do that as a beginner, but that's not going to be in this video. But overall, guys, yeah, I mean, personally, you need to make a solid plan and stick to it, okay? Sit down with a pen and paper and write down how much you want to realistically make on a daily basis, how much you want to realistically make on a weekly basis, and on a monthly basis, and stick to those numbers, okay? Literally stick to those numbers, because if you don't, again, you're going to be trading on emotion, and you're going to end up probably start losing, and nobody wants to lose. So, all right, guys, I'm going to show you some examples here real quick, okay? Now, let's say you were to day trade, okay? Me personally, I've done this before many times, and it is super easy. In the cryptocurrency market, it's extremely, extremely easy to easily make. I've done this before, for 10 days straight and had no problem with it whatsoever. You can easily make 3% every single day, for however long you want. I mean, most people aren't going to do it 7 days a week. I personally wouldn't do it 7 days a week. I usually try to only really only have time to do it maybe like 3 or 4 times a week, if that, usually maximum 3. So really, I can easily make an easy 9 to 12% on a weekly basis day trading. Now, if you're doing that every single week, let's say you're making, I don't know, you guys. Let's say you're making like, let's say you're able to make 9% a week, okay? Let's say you're able to make 9% a week, and that would turn into ultimately in 1 month, 9 times 4, obviously that's 36. So you're going to make 36% profit in 1 month, okay? Now let's say for shits and giggles here, you start out with $1,000, all right, and you're making 36%, so 0.36. Obviously, you'd turn around, at the end of your week, you're going to come out with $1,360 in your portfolio. Okay, now if you were to continue doing that on a weekly basis for, all the way for 12 months, you're going to be, I don't want to sit here and do the math, but you're going to be well over $10,000 for sure. Whereas if you're buying and holding, you guys, if you buy and hold, obviously, here's the thing. If you buy and hold, here, we'll take a look at the daily chart. If you buy and hold, you have, let's say you just bought in here, okay? Let's just say for fun, let's say you bought in here and, in DOT in July 20th of 2021, okay? You bought in at, let's see, $11, okay? Let's say you took that same $1,000 and you divide that by 11, okay? So you'd come out with 90 DOT coins, okay? So 90.9, and let's say you held on to it for the long term, this year, and you sold at, $54, okay? Times 54, okay? Now here's the thing, all right? You're going to come out with $4,900. Now in that same time period, you guys, yeah, you held on to it for quite a while, but here's the thing. You could have made a bunch more money. You could have made double that or maybe even triple that by day trading and making, hitting your targets every single week, every single month. But again, this is where the risk comes involved as well, you guys. There's a lot more risk involved with day trading. So you might actually not make those big numbers. You could actually potentially lose it. But the good thing with holding for the long term is this is guaranteed right here, you guys. Honestly, there's no risk involved whatsoever, and you just turned $1,000 into $4,900 in, from what was that, from June or July until November. And that's solid right there. July, August, September, October, November. In 4 months, you turned $1,000 into $4,900. Now, in 4 months, obviously with day trading, you could probably get at least double that for sure. Really, brutally honest, you definitely could. So honestly, it really all depends on if you want the risk or not. And that's really what it boils down to, you guys. Do you want to take the risk? That's all really up to you. But overall, you guys, you definitely need to formulate a plan and you need to stick to the plan. And that should be your number one priority, day trading or holding for the long term. So, all right, guys, that's pretty much do it for this video, you guys. So I will go ahead and wrap this one up. If you guys have any questions or concerns about any of this stuff, you guys go ahead, hey, like I said before, if you don't follow me on Twitter yet, go ahead, give me a follow on Twitter. You can feel free to send me a message. I'm available. I'm around it all day long. So, but that pretty much does it for this one, you guys. So I'll go ahead and wrap this one up. But again, before you guys leave, don't forget to follow me on Twitter here with the link in the video description down below. And also, guys, go ahead and take a minute to subscribe to the channel so that you never miss a new crypto and altcoin video from me on a daily basis. And hey, guys, with that said, thanks again for watching, and I hope to see you guys in my future videos or chatting with me here on Twitter.